Hello and welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. We have James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel here with us to help co-host our recap of Love and
Hey,
Hip Hop Atlanta. Hello,
yes.
James.
Hey, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, get us out there.
Please do, please do. I could tell you guys confidently that this entire episode annoyed the you know what out of me. Um, I'm not for giving side chicks platforms, and I'm tired of Love and Hip Hop bringing on the lowest tier of quality of men that they can find crawling through the streets of Atlanta. Like, it's a little ridiculous at this point. Now, we start this episode with Lil Zane. If you were born between the years 1987 to 1995, you know who Little Zane was. He was a big thing back in the day. He was in one of the Dr. Dolittle movies. So it's interesting to see that he aged terribly, in my personal opinion. But
No, no, I concur. I didn't even know that's who that was.
and I had to read the screen to know. I did. I did not know that's who it was. And I'm not being shady, but back in the day, Lil Zane was fine. I don't know if it's because that was like little teeny bopper, Mrs. Best, or whatever the hell, but I enjoyed
I'm
definitely.
trying to remember what he was like back then because I wasn't gay back then. So I don't know if
He was handsome.
I have to, yeah, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look him up back then and see what he was. He was in another movie, right?
He was
Other
in a
than
few
Dr. Little.
movies. Yeah, he did a few movies back
I'm gonna
then.
have to
He
look
played
him up. I don't
boyfriends
remember.
constantly. He was always a love
Uh,
interest. And then he had like a couple little hits. But Lil Zane is here on the show. Um, Now he's on Rockstar stuff. Okay. I don't know. He's married. He's set, but he's separated. He says. But then he also said that marriage is in your heart, which irritated me. I'm just gonna keep it real. That really did irritate me. He says that marriage is in your heart, not based on a ring, because they ask it about the ring. Now his wife Ashley comes out, and I'm like, wait a minute, this girl's outside throwing it in a circle, and she's just in the house separated, and y'all live together. Like that's so strange. And I didn't understand because they're talking. He's talking to Jock and them, and I don't understand why the wife Ashley was commenting on Bambi dating Amy's ex. Like we just met you. I don't understand why you care. Um, but the wife says that Zane likes to hang out with people who have no morals, referring to Kirk and Jock. I agree. I agree. How did you feel about the introduction of Little Zane to the show, James?
I felt a few different ways about it. I was like, damn, things must be going tough if you have to come on Love and Hip Hop of all shows you could have went on. But I digress. I don't like Ashley already, so she just rubs me wrong,
She's terrible. She's
and I just
she's
feel
terrible.
like just like when you brought up the whole her judging Bambi, it was like, man, we could be judging you too. Why are you still living with or still in situations when y'all are separated? Oh, is it because is it a
Yeah,
money situation or
it
is it
has
because
to
it's
be.
tough? Because I'm trying to figure out you over here living in a glass house and you throwing the stones of Toyota Camrys. I'm trying to figure that out.
Preach. That's really all we got from that scene, everybody. The next scene we got is Saucy Santana prepping to perform for Pride down in Los Angeles. Um, I don't really care. Happy Pride. We love Pride. Good for him for bringing, more awareness to that because Pride is a positive thing. But I don't care about that. Chef D mentioned some things that I thought were valuable. Now, Saucy Santana has been very open in admitting that, like, he's some type of a hoe. He liked to sleep with different people. He's enjoying his time single. Nothing's wrong with that, right? But with Zell Swag, they was supposed to be in love and committed, and then we learned that Zell was kind of clingy and tripping because Saucy cheated on him, but things were allegedly going well. He cheated on Zell with Chef D. So fast forward to Chef D and them being together. Turns out that Saucy cheated on Chef D with somebody as well. And now Chef D is like wanting to marry Saucy and be with him, but has concerns on, faithfulness and if the relationship will work. And I'm just like, okay. I'm seeing the pattern and I'm like, I don't feel bad for Chef D and I don't feel bad for Zell. Because Saucy is open with how he is and has admitted to cheating and being promiscuous. Yeah, y'all still choose to deal with this person. So I don't want to hear about this shit no more. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, because it was like the Yelp reviews and the Google reviews could be all up in y'all face, and y'all still gonna try to eat at the restaurant. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Have at it.
Sometimes you have to understand. Our great grandparents would have been thankful for warning and signs. Just saying.
Hot Mess Express, everybody. Do me a favor, like the video. Shout out to our live replay gang. We appreciate you for watching when we're no longer live. Also, be sure to subscribe to James's channel as well. The link is in the description of this video. He recaps lots of shows as well, housewife shows, and he also does a lot of shows that are on OWN. But moving on, y'all. Spice House was broken into. All I'm gonna say and what I put is let's see how she manipulates others about this robbery or somehow turns it into a way to have people kissing her ass. Now, I understand when she actually got sick and all of that, that was a genuine like threat to her health, even though she put it on herself, like in surgery she didn't need. But regardless, her life genuinely was at risk. But outside of that, we done seen Spice do white face. We done seen Spice fight constantly. We done seen Spice do a lot of stupid stuff on this show just to have a moment. And so I think that her house was actually broken into, but I just think she's going to view it as an opportunity for her to have more relevancy or get the cast to feel sorry for her because she gives that energy. Also, she's acted hella dramatic. It is awful to have your house broken into, but like somebody said that earlier or later down the seat or later down the episode, like a couple other cast members' houses have been broken into as well prior to Spice. And honestly, unfortunately, even on James's Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marlo Hampton, I believe Shamia at one point reported break in, like several like super well known A-list celebrities have been had their homes robbed in Atlanta and Los Angeles. It's just been happening. So I feel for you, Spice, but you know, get back to that album, girl. Uh, James, do you have anything you'd like to comment on the robbery?
No, you said it best. Like it's not just happening in Spice. Y'all, Atlanta is a hot spot for robberies. Don't leave anything in your cars. Make sure your security is on the up and up, like your security cameras. Make sure they can be in a place where can't nobody spray them. Like Atlanta's crazy for the robbery, and that is one of the places I am considering moving to. But every time I hear someone getting robbed, I'm just like, okay, I can't take that. One of my good friends, before he left Atlanta, they broke into his car and stole his laptop, his checkbook, and everything. So it was like that was the nail in the coffin. So it happens to everybody in Atlanta. That's just the melting pot. We're in poverty. We're in, inflation, hard times. So people are going to do what they can to survive. And unfortunately, one of those is stealing. It's unfortunate. We hold Spice into our prayers. Well, at least I am, because I know what kind of distress that can cause when you work so hard for something and someone comes and, wreaks havoc in it. So
Mhm.
we we wish her well. We do. We wish her well. But Spice, please don't drag this along because it's not
Right.
just you. It is everybody in it.
Please. Please, because this what Spice do. I get tired of it. The next thing we see you guys is Saucy Santana performing at Pride. He sweat too much, but it do be hot as hell in LA. That's all. It looked like a fun event. Nothing really happened there that was like negative. So good job to him for his performance because he said he hadn't performed in a while. Now we see Rashida and Erica Dixon meet up, and this Erica's ready to run and tell her what happened at the event that Jasmine came to that Mama D threw. Because Mama D got a bone to pick with Rashida and Kirk, as she explained episodes earlier. However, Mama D has not yet to inform them of this, but Mama D, we've known her. That's how she lets people know she got a problem with them. She either get real messy, stop talking to you, and then she pops up with either a stunt or a bird's nest. It's just what she does. It's just what she does. So Erica explains the event, and here go Rashida. I refuse to be dragged into this clown stuff again. Girl, you never left the clown stuff.
I
We
was just gonna
clown
say
you.
that.
We clown y'all all the time. There's not a post you'll find of Rashida with Kirk or with the kids where somebody's like, dang, reminding her of what he did. And that's just what he got caught for.
Speaking of clownery, like there's like Rashida, come on, there's a video of you going viral right now with your mama sitting on Kirk's lap trying to grind him.
I'm not trying to be mean, you guys, because I really do respect marriage. I do. I am married myself, but nobody takes this marriage seriously. I
Nobody.
except for she does.
And she a
She does.
fool. She
Yeah.
a fool. When I tell
Yeah.
you, if I had to stay married to that clown, it would be for business purposes only. It would be because we get a check better together than we do apart. But even then, I would hustle my ass off because I'm not going to stay trapped in no marriage with nobody. I'm just not going to do it. But yeah, Rashida, as soon as she said that, the first thing that popped in my head was the video I sent you of her laughing at her mama, and that was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, oh, you just you just lost, baby. You just lost. Iyanla, this is not the time to go into retirement. We needed you for a couple more years. We need you to get this one to help you fix her life because she needs healing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. There's a lot of fucking healing that there's just a lot that needs to happen there. Because there's no way you could be okay with all that she's dealt with. It's weird. But we see Spice talk to Kendra, Jock's wife, and she's looking at her options to move. I love to see Spice when she doesn't have the blue hair. I just feel like the brunette, her natural color, whatever the heck it brings out her face. So I loved her in her little outfit and hair. Uh, but this is where we learn that Kendra is now thinking of having a child and freezing her eggs because she wants to freeze her eggs while she's younger. Now, apparently, all we learned from this scene is Jock is not for the egg freezing. If you are with a man, first of all, Kendra, you said you didn't want kids. I'm like, a woman's allowed to change her mind. That's actually very common with women. Very common with women. However, Kendra, why do we care if Jock wants your eggs frozen or not? Why do we care? He didn't care when he was getting busy popping out hella kids. You trying to
I was
give
just
him
gonna say, Kendra, if you really is trying to have no baby, you don't need to freeze no goddamn eggs. Jock Soldiers March. He ain't gonna have no problem. Get off your little birth control, allegedly, and just let it happen. Because it's gonna happen. Trust me. He don't never miss a mark. That man got 50, 11 kids. And that's why I
the
said I never worry about people like him or Peter Guns or who else got a whole bunch of slew of kids. Like you ain't got y'all ain't got nothing to worry about with men like
He
him.
said you fine. You'll be okay.
You're fine.
They
You'll be okay.
Kendra, we're gonna come back to that because more happens towards the end of the episode. But I was just like, okay, Kendra, great. So you had to find a way to be relevant on the show. Why don't you just go make another 50 million in sales? Okay.
Right.
You are a boss
Exactly.
with or without this show. Please get off my television screen. Now, we see Lil Zane and his children. They are with him for the summer. And the wife does not like his new rocker lifestyle. And this is where we learn that Zane cheated on Ashley with his baby mama, so the mother of the kids that they was playing lazy tag with. Ashley, why? I don't even know what to say. Like,
Me
that's
either.
not
That's why I
just
was
a
like, but
cheating. He cheated on you with the baby mama. Like, that's different. She's tripping.
I said, not no. You know what I first said when I first heard her say that, and I was like, okay, so this is Tar, Peter, and Amina all over again. That's pretty much what we're getting here. I said, Mona, if you don't cut this out for real, we got to live through this again.
Right.
Because
I
Ashley,
think,
we know you really not going nowhere. You just trying to prove a point. She gives me, she trying to prove a point with this separation. And it's like, you're not going nowhere because you ain't went nowhere. You still right there.
but
And
that's
I
just
granted,
some of it. Ashley, to me, is a young Rashida. But it turns out the baby mama, whose name is Michelle, has a 7-year-old, another kid, that has this last name of Lil Zane. But he don't know if that's his baby or not. How you married
right.
and you got how you thinking? Just I don't need them to keep bringing awful men on. Bring somebody who's talented and not horrible, in
They're
terms of
not gonna do that.
dating.
They need the drama. We need rappers that ain't been in, the limelight in years to come on Love and Hip Hop to remind us of who they are and what they are like today. And then you have a great show. That's what we getting with this. Because this does not make any sense to me. Y'all had a whole almost decade to see if this is this man's child or not. And at this point, doesn't even make a damn difference because he's been there this entire time. Like, oh, I can't with this, y'all. I'm not gonna do this with him. I promise you.
Lil Zane and this lady. So far, I'm more annoyed with her than him. But
Me too.
yeah, we gonna keep it moving, you guys. They irritated us though, collectively. Rashida says that she is pissed off with her husband Kirk and Jasmine Blue. She's pissed off with both of them. Rashida, we don't care anymore if you're pissed off. You always pissed off. You was pissed off when you was pregnant and he was questioning the paternity of Carter. You was pissed off. And you know what I just noticed? How the side chick gonna name the baby along with the K's, the K for Kirk and all of that. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's the relationship is a mess. It's always been a mess. They tried to make it seem like it was cool. And me and James said it when we recapped the last few seasons of Love and Hip Hop. They probably hiding some crazy stuff that's happening in the background. Because ain't no way you was on this show with a baby that you had on your wife and in the hot tub, and now suddenly it's just quiet and peaceful. He ain't that old yet. Now, she tells Kirk what Erica told her, and he tries to make himself the victim, which tells me I don't think Jasmine is lying, you guys. Do I respect her? No, because she knowingly slept with a married man. But do I think she's lying? No. I don't.
It's like, what reason would she have to lie?
Hmm.
What reason? How would that benefit her by lying? Because at the end of the day, there's no consequence for whatever happened between her and this man because his wife is just gonna turn the blind eye and
Yep.
he with him as she's been doing this last 20 years. So I'm not for it. Like we know that this was most likely true coming from her
Yep.
mouth
Yep.
because he's already demonstrated by one not only having the child with her, but also going to the cabin with Bobby Valentino and whoever else and Benzino and them up in the hot tub up at the cabin in the middle of nowhere. So he's already demonstrated it. So what would make this situation any different?
Rashida is just I need her to learn. It's old. Like I'm and that's something separate from Jasmine. Like it's old. Now we see Kirk meet with Jasmine and he wants to know how she knows Mama D, and she ain't gonna tell him. And then he brings up the fact to Jasmine, like, Mama D was a madam. You really shouldn't be hanging out with her. And I'm like,
Kirk, why do
oh,
you care?
no,
Well,
thank you.
why do you care?
Why are you
First of
trying to
all, why do
down
you care?
influence?
Yeah,
Why are
yeah.
you trying to
Why
take
do you?
someone else's credibility to make yourself look credible? We are not stupid.
Yes. Like, to me, if I didn't know any better, it was like, are you trying to control someone because you want to be with her or something? Like, why do you care who she's associated with? Why do you care that, oh, Mama D used to be a madam? So fucking what? When we met this girl, she was in a relationship with a whole nother dude and another chick. So what does that matter? Ugh, just get him off my screen. I can't stand that man.
He's just horrible. He showed in this whole scene that he just did not change. Now he is upset and mad that Jasmine's talking to Mama D. And he is blaming them for impacting his marriage. Nigga, you're impacting your marriage. You have impacted your marriage. Nigga, please. He irritates my soul. He really does get on my nerves because you cannot blame anybody else for what happens in your marriage but you. You can't. Even if Jasmine knowingly slept with a married man, the married man is the one who took the vows and is supposed to know better. You expect for hoes and temptation to be out there. You just do. So yes, she's wrong, but he is wrong. He is wrong because ain't no way in hell he can blame somebody else for the issue. So Jasmine starts coming at him, and Kirk could not name Cannon's teacher's name, his age. He couldn't say what grade he was in. All he could say is, "But you get a check from me every month."
Oh,
Shame.
there's
Shame.
so much wrong with this. And the shame of it all is a lot of you women on here and some of you men too. A lot of y'all on social media talk about, well, she said with a married man, be careful you getting the check. And it's like, are we not thinking about the child in this situation? And that this is on
Yeah.
national TV, that he can actually one day when he gets older look this up and look at his daddy saying, well, you get a check from me, without knowing how old he was in 2024. What's his teacher's name in 2024? There's going to be questions now that this
He
kid's going to
didn't
have
know
if
the
their father didn't
school's
know.
name. Talk
Yes, he
about,
didn't know
"But I
nothing.
know how to get there." He irritated me when he said that. You should know the name of your child's school.
If you know how to get there, you mean to tell me you ain't looked at the name of the school?
I know
If
the name
something, yeah.
of my friend's kid's school, and they don't even belong to me. Hell,
Hey HK, thank you for joining
I don't
us.
understand it. Hi, HK. This was just ghetto, and it really did show that Kirk just pays probably to shut her up and get some coochie. It's clear that that's what happened. I didn't understand the point of the meeting. There was no point in the meeting. And Rashida is dumb to even allow him to meet with her alone while all of this is being alleged.
As I
Rashida,
said,
Jasmine, and Kirk in this
Rashida
meeting.
knows what's going on. Rashida knows what's going on. Rashida knows. Trust me, she knows everything. She knows probably when he get done. She know probably what time he gonna come home. She probably gonna say, "Hey, stop by McDonald's and get me a Big Mac on the way." I'm telling you, she is
He,
one of those women that knows already.
listen, she is shameful. Jasmine, listen, you stupid. She thought she ate, but what I saw is clearly some sort of sexual energy between you and a man who's married to somebody else, can't say your kid's age, can't say where your kid go to school, doesn't know the name of his teachers, don't
To
know nothing
me,
about
yeah,
the child but how to bend his mama over. That's a damn shame. Like it really
right.
is.
And to me, on her part, it just seems like there was just a desperation to make him look like a deadbeat father. And I kind of feel like you didn't have to do this. We can already assume, based on the previous season, how we ain't never seen your child on any of them seasons and wonder what kind of father he is too. We didn't need this scene. We already could tell. Because on camera, we see all the other children. We never see your child. So, yeah, no, we can assume. And based on how Rashida acted when you first started coming around the other seasons, we knew it was going to be like this years later. Because at one point, I remember when the Kirk's daughter had to get the baby. At one point, I remember watching it. I'm just thinking, no, come on, man.
Just a
So,
mess. Here's the
yeah.
thing with this scene because it goes nowhere. Basically, he smiles when she calls him a liar, which means that he probably is a liar. And he says that Jasmine expects him to treat her like a married woman and kept reminding her she's a side chick. This is why you don't deal with married men because they will be quick to remind you of what you are as soon as you irritate them. Now, They pretty much don't get anywhere. He ends up leaving. But two things are true in this situation: Kirk is a liar, and she is a hoe, and that's okay. It's the truth. Kirk ain't shit. She's a hoe. It's the truth. She spread them wide for a married man. And she knew what she was doing because we got birth control, plan B. We have so many options. She knew exactly what she was doing. So I don't want to hear any of it. Moving on. Um, Jock is having a photo shoot with his tribe of children. And he makes the comment that he does not want to be changing diapers again when he's 49, 50 years old. He's not a liar and a hoe. A match made in heaven. Not for real. That's really what it is. They got some energy between them. I sensed it. And that's when I was like, I'm done with this. Because as soon as the cameras are down and Rashida gets back to trusting him, they'll be quiet for a while, but then they're going to be creeping in the streets of Atlanta at night together. I bet you they will. I believe her about him, not being involved in the child and sleeping with other. You're muted, darling.
Oh, I said she, and yes, we all believe her. She didn't even have to say this. She didn't even have to come on camera. If anyone believe that Kurt is faithful to Rashida, y'all are crazy.
Nobody believes it. He got on
Nobody
camera.
believes that. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that for a second. And as I said, Rashida is the only fool in this whole equation.
Yeah.
Because, ma'am, at any time, you can get out. You can leave
Mhm.
the situation. You are the reason why y'all are on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have a
We
freedom of
care
according
about
to.
him.
So, yes. Do you believe Rashida is faithful? You know what's funny is that I was watching Ladies First panel with Bondi Blue, Jamie That's Me, and Niecy Dixon. And Bondi brought up a good point because I also said it here. I don't think Rashida is straight, allegedly. I don't think she's straight. I don't. And it was funny because I had said this on Mrs. Beth channel. Go back a few reviews. I had said, I don't believe Rashida is straight. I don't. Rashida gives me Dr. Contessa vibes. Like she just does. And when Bondi Blue said it on Ladies First panel, I think it was either last week or the week before last, I said, okay. So now I feel vindicated because I feel like, yes, I'm not the only person who sees this. I don't believe she's straight. I just don't.
Mm.
And this is my opinion. This is allegedly because I'm protecting my friend's channel. My opinion, I just don't believe she's straight. I just don't.
No, I mean she might not be because I'm gonna keep it real. Somebody cheating on me that much and I stay, I'm cheating too. We just gonna be cheating. I don't understand how this marriage continues, but if they like it, good for them. Hell, the rest of us is looking at y'all with a side eye. That's why I didn't take them seriously 2 seasons ago when they trying to get marital advice. Please. Uh, moving on, y'all. So we see Jock and his tribe of children having a photo shoot with his kids, and he don't want to change diapers at 50. He got some nerve. He got some nerve. Now, he and Kendra discuss having children, and now Jock says that he prefers to only have a child naturally. He does not understand why people need to pay for that. If your soldiers marched the way his did, you would feel what he was saying. And I felt him this one time. I did. Now, he takes the freezing of the eggs as her wanting to be with somebody else. But she just wants to freeze her eggs now because that's why you do it at this age. So that if she goes and does have a baby when she's older, at least the eggs are of a younger age, which means there's less risk of chromosomal issues and other things like that. So, of course, Kendra, she's exhausting, she's draining, she's annoying, she hollers, and it's weird because she's a lawyer, so she should know how to keep her cool. But I don't know. I don't feel sorry for her at all in this situation. I don't. You want to freeze your eggs, baby girl? Go freeze your eggs. At the end of the day, that's not going to end your marriage or stop. It's not going to make you pregnant now. It's not going to stop anything. You're just freezing your eggs. Go do it if that's what you want to do. Like she says, she can afford it. Now, he says that when she says that she does not want to have kids with him the first time, he said that did something to me. So that hurt him. Listen, Jock, I don't feel sorry for you either. No
Uh,
sane, secure woman would want to get with a man who had, at that time, 8 children and multiple baby mamas. with a long history of never being faithful. Why would
And
she want to be?
and the fact is, and then when you first got on the show, you couldn't stop seeing one of your baby mamas. So it was like, why would she want to have a baby with? Like to me, that shouldn't be the issue. What should be the issue is you probably got college tuitions to pay. You probably got daycares to pay. You probably got school tuitions for K through 12 to pay. You need to be more worried about that than worried about whether or not your current wife who told you she didn't want kids. That should be a blessing to you. Be like, look, because I don't need any right now. We don't need to have no baby. I got plenty of them. And one actually that's still a toddler. So if you want practice, I can give you practice. Here it is.
You
It's
not
like,
gonna also just put babies in all these random ass women that you never even loved enough to marry and make your wife, but you not gonna be willing to have a baby with your wife, Kendra, because we know she also a dingbat when it come to dating. At the very least, girl, get to a sperm bank or something to stay married to him, because we know she gonna stick beside him. But do what you want with your body and your, ability to have
I don't
children.
remember her family. Like, did she ever bring her parents on the show?
A little bit, but they're like super into the church and a little bit older.
Oh, okay. That explains it all. Go no
Yeah.
further. I
Yeah.
understand now.
Yeah, but she's slow. But that's pretty much the episode, you guys. Nothing else happened. I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you, James, for helping me to co-host it. Next week I'll be live. I'm going to do I'm gonna do what shows come on? My mind just went blank. I don't know why.
So
Oh, because
on
Housewives is gone. So I
yeah,
just
Housewives is going. You just have
basketball
basketball
live.
rights to Love and Hip Hop. Yeah.
Basketball lives will be on Tuesday. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta will be on Wednesday. Be sure to subscribe to James's channel as well. But yeah, love and light to everybody. That's it. They only kept this for 30
Yes.
minutes. Hallelujah.
Right. Easy review. Yes, you did it, friend. Good job. Thank you
Oh,
guys for having me. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time.
bye bye.